Another year has flown by, and before we know it, the Allied Memorial Remembrance Ride is back. The once-a-year ride to Madingley American War Cemetery, organised by the Royal British Legion Riders Club, an event that takes place simultaneously in the UK, USA, Canada and New Zealand. Starting off at Cambridge services on the A14, this year I thought I'd get there early so I could be ahead of the pack and somewhere in the front of the ride, but how wrong was I? The place was already packed by the time I arrived. Bikers were arriving in their droves from all over the country, which was good to see because the AMRR is one of the shorter rides that the Legion organises, so it was good to see some support. As well as admiring other people's bikes, it's also a great social event. I've now visited for 5 years and I've started to recognise some of the old faces and the regular haunters. As with every year, the variation of bikes that turn up is immense, and it was good to see some really sporty ones. Good to see a new Versys out on the road. Even better to see my 2007 Old Faithful Versys. The old GPZ 900, a car boot sale Honda 300, which apparently was just parts in boxes a week earlier. I couldn't get over how many people were turning up this year, the old and the young. The organisers even had to start making more room for more bikes as they kept flooding in. The normal parking area completely filled up, as bikes were being stacked in every available place. This year seemed to have a much more social feel, and we managed to make some new friends along the way, though my wife does seem to do a better job of making friends. Oh, the police. And the army. And even more police, just ready for the roar of thunder. Following on from the roar of thunder, everybody gets ready for the ride through Cambridge. Once again, we set off from Cambridge services down the A14 under police escort into the heart of Cambridge and back out to Madingley. So after exactly 10 miles, we regroup in a much more pleasant environment. Madingley American War Cemetery. It's a beautiful place, especially on a day like today. With over 30 acres of land, Madingley is the home to nearly 4,000 graves. After a short service, the Amrr is over for another year. So it's time to leave Madingley for another year and head back home on some of Cambridgeshire's best motorcycling roads.